Yeah, all the ones in the property.
It's like the ones down in the bottom. Gosh, there's so many piles, but it's gonna take us years.
I'm gonna scrape all this up this year.
Yeah, all these little ones need to be scraped up from the big ones. Do we have any more big ones? I thought we did. Those two.
Not terribly big. It's the biggest ones we got. I want to start at the bottom and work our way back up.
Wow, look at that tree that snapped.
Yeah,
It's just
What is that?
there's some firewood right there. We have been working on burning slash piles for a couple of years now. Some of these piles are newer piles that we piled up this year, but some of them have been sitting for quite a few years and need to get burned. It should seem like a pretty easy task to light these piles on fire and walk away, but it's actually not as easy as you'd think. Getting these piles to catch on fire and stay on fire is actually quite a challenge. So what we usually do is save up our cardboard boxes and paper. In this case, it was right after Christmas, so we had tons of wrapping paper and stuff like that. And we light a little fire underneath and then keep throwing more sticks and branches into it in hopes to get it burning nice and hot. That way it will take the rest of the pile with it. Using the chainsaw to cut stuff into smaller pieces also helps as well. This was one of the projects that I was actually planning on tackling on my own while my husband was still gone, but I'm glad I didn't because there's no way that I would have been able to get any of these fires lit. It's been many years since I've cut a tree down, but I figured this little stub would be good practice. I used to cut down really big trees, and I haven't done it since having kids, and I probably never will again. But I figured it can't help to brush up on the skills every now and then, just in case I ever do have to cut a tree down for some reason. It's got all the small stuff that is all on the top. All the big stuff is on the bottom, all the small stuff on the top. One of the challenges of lighting these piles is when they're piled up, the people making the piles, which is usually the loggers, they don't pay attention to the way they're piling it up. They're just piling brush up, and a lot of times the smaller stuff will end up on the outside of the pile and the big stuff will be in the bottom, and they'll just be big gaping holes where there's not any fuels to burn, and that's why it can be kind of hard for the piles to actually stay burning, because it would make more sense for the smaller stuff to be crunched up into the bottom and then throw the bigger stuff on top. That way it gets burning nice and hot and then catches the big stumps and logs on fire.
What's that?
That mistletoe should go up like a match. This was one of our main piles that we wanted gone, and with all the mistletoe, it seems like it should have gone up pretty easily, but we actually came back to this one several times.
There it goes. I'm gonna try to go for like this one, that one, and that
Here we are making our second try at this big pile. We came back about 10 minutes later to it just smoldering like this, which definitely means that it's gonna go out. It ended up burning a big hole down in the bottom and ran out of fuel to burn, so we situated stuff around a little bit and poured some more diesel on it and tried to get it going again. The diesel we are using is old diesel that is no longer good for running in the truck or the equipment. It's not as dangerous as using gas. I'm sure it could still be dangerous, but diesel doesn't just explode like gasoline does. It slowly ignites, which is why it's a lot better for using to start fires.
The diesel.
This is going on the fire.
Like, this is the one that I care the most about.
Lighting these fires is a lot of work, and it definitely takes a couple hours of our joint effort to get them going. I think we lit 7. Now when they burn out, they still have stuff around the edges that doesn't get burned, and unless you're sitting around the fire constantly with a piece of equipment pushing that stuff in, it's just not going to get burned. So the stuff will have to be repiled in the spring and burned in smaller piles. But every little bit that does get burned does help towards the effort of cleaning up. Our property will take years and years to look decent again after the damage that was done from the fire and the mess that was left after the logging, but one day it will be beautiful again, and the first step in that is trying to take care of all of these slash piles and any other debris that are left laying around on the ground. This is just some of the work that we do, living the lifestyle that we live out here in the mountains, and we really enjoy it. It's good, honest work. And we both really enjoy being outside, even in the winter time. It's good to get outside and get some fresh air. Here we are coming back for one last try with this pile, with some more boxes and wrapping paper and diesel. Hopefully this time it takes off. In the coming year, I plan on doing some changes in my content, and I know a lot of people like it the way it is, but I have kind of felt the pull to lean more towards more vlog style content and not so much voiceovers, but actual narrating and talking to the camera more. So I'll still probably do plenty of voiceover content, but I also would like to get into doing more of the vlog style content. But either way, if you enjoy my content, please make sure you like and subscribe so you can see more. And leave me a comment if your lifestyle is similar to ours or just totally different. I would love to hear all about it. I'll see you in the next video where we check and see how many of the piles burned.